Hello, hello. Welcome to Football Manager 2016 Basingstoke, end of Season 1. End of the 2016 season. So, we'll get right to it and jump into the schedule to show off everything that happened while you guys were gone. So, starting with the Arsenal game, obviously we lost. There's no way we could have possibly beaten Arsenal, but really as a tribute to just how powerful my offense was this season, just how well we did. We actually scored twice over on Arsenal. Mind you, we didn't do super great overall. I mean, we scored twice. That in of itself is worth something against Arsenal. But when you actually look at the statistics for the match, I think we only had like 2 shots on target. Something like that. There we go. Match stats. Here we go. Oh, they're over here. Yeah, we had 2 shots on target, 3 shots total, with 42% possession, and we scored twice. Like we actually got really lucky there. But as a just general excitement, I'm happy I scored on Arsenal. We scored on Arsenal. It was fantastic. Beyond that, we just annihilated Bath in the FA Trophy, which actually felt great. Because, again, going back to our previous Bath games, we have a 2-1 victory over them, and then earlier in the season, a 2-2 draw. But because ever since that 2-2 draw, I've really wanted to just really beat Bath because I feel like we got way too lucky against them. You see, we got a penalty at 72, and then the finisher at 90. Like, we got so lucky this season, and if you look at it, to actually go undefeated in the league, we got so lucky. Crap like this happened a lot, where we're losing, and then out of nowhere, we get lucky with a penalty, and that lifts everyone's spirits and gives us the momentum to get a late finisher. That happened more often than not for these draws, right? An own goal. We didn't even score against Sutton here. Stuff like this happened all season. And then every once in a while, the brilliance of the team shines through, and we just nail them with a solid 5-0 or a 3-0 or just a really awesome victory. Our last great victory was actually this 2-0 against Oxford City. Last great victory there. Or maybe a 3-1 over Concord Rangers. Another 2-0 there. You see I slipped in a friendly there because we had a match every week for a while, and then we went pretty much an entire month without a match. So I slipped in a friendly where I couldn't do anything else. So I figured, hey, why not? You know, one more match, keep us match fit going into Boreham Wood. And it paid off. We beat them 2-1. That was just, it blew my mind. We won the FA Trophy. It absolutely blew my mind. So, Lewis Wilson, our player of the year. I don't think it's actually been decided yet. In my mind, player of the year is Lewis Wilson. No question. He has the highest average rating at 7.18, the most assists, with a considerable amount of goals to his name as well. 17 goals this season to his name. Okay, now our striker has 22. And our second team striker, Juan Jomuko, is sitting at 18. Okay, Lewis Wilson was such a key player for this team this year. I just can't see why he wouldn't be the player of the year. He is in my book. Chris Flood, Ethelson. Ethelson is our best player by position. He is our best player. But, man, he has bad discipline. 2 red cards, 19 yellow cards. 19 yellow cards! By himself, he pushes our red cards and our yellow cards up several positions. Just him. It's really actually very bad what he did there. But that being said, the reason why I held on to him and kept playing him so much is because he was just that good. Honestly, Mark Ethelson, average rating of 7.14 in the league, overall 7.12. Just shy of Lewis Wilson for our highest average rating. Ethelson really carried our defense when we could get him in there. We did not have him against the Bourne Wood game, though. We did not have him for our final match. And another huge loss for that match, which is why I'm more blown away that we won, is we didn't have Charlie Allen. Charlie Allen's someone I picked up who was set on a free, and I didn't even see him for the longest time. But he's a 4-star current ability for our league. Like, holy cow. He was remarkable, and he was out on a back strain for the longest time. He can go up to 5 stars potentially, and he's just generally a good player for us. The problem is his average rating is not super impressive. A 6.93, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But when you have someone that is a full star higher than the majority of your first team, you'd expect them to perform on a higher level, and he just didn't carry through with that. That being said, great determination, great physicality. Uh, Hopefully he will do well for us when we get into the the VNL next year. Already got money for next year, looking great. Uh, don't know where I'm going to spend the money yet. I actually, honestly, don't know where I'm going to spend the money yet. I've been talking to the board quite a bit, and they really don't want a senior affiliate. As for the traditional affiliate club, just a lower affiliate, the options they provided me just weren't worth it, and I don't feel like we need to be spending money as a club because they just did not offer anything that was worth my time as a lower affiliate. They wanted to get people to, no, let's just improve our own training facilities. Like I don't want a club for training facilities unless they have substantially better training facilities than we can get. No, let's just build our own. So $250,000 later, we're building our own training facilities, which is awesome. I don't know how great it's going to be for us, but for right now, it's looking good. As for board requests, there's not a lot more I can do for them. I have not requested to be a professional team yet. We're still sitting on semi-professional. I'm not requesting to go up yet because keeping it semi-professional keeps things a little bit cheaper. And for a team that has okay finances going forward with a substantial profit, absolutely, but we also that's not a that the $240,000, the $250,000 that was thrown in there for the new training facilities has not actually been deducted from the profit this season. So the truth of it is we only made about $130,000 after the expenses, not including taxes. And I've been given $80,000 in transfer plus another $5,500 per week. So really that profit is completely nil. And I don't want to make that the case. I don't want to spend my transfer money, and I don't want to spend my payroll unless I have to. Obviously, I'm going to go to upgrade the team next season, but I don't know where that's going to be. I don't know who I'm going to grab. I've been looking around. If we go and pull up a short list real quick for players that I think could do well for the team, we've got a couple. Jake Goodman over at Margate, Luke Rooney over at Crawley, and Sergio Torres over at Whitehawk. All people I want to look at picking up. Easier said than done for some of them. Luke Rooney, quick and easy. He's a whopping 4.4K, and probably what, 1,000 a week for him, something like that. He's earning 1.2K. I could probably lower him down to 1,000 with some absurd clauses that won't do any good. I could probably get him in there, but for the players I'm looking to buy, I'm specifically looking at the conferences. Let's see. If we go to, yeah, the National League. So I'm looking at the National League. I'm looking at these 4 teams because they're all relegated. Their players might be unhappy. I'm going to be in that league next year. Maybe they want to play for me. And I'm also looking at League 2, which is where I was getting the Crawley player, Luke Rooney, looking for those unhappy players, looking for the ones that the teams that performed subpar for what they should be, and just in general trying to find anything and everything I can that will help boost the team. And that's unhappy players will boost my team. I want to pick them up because they want change, and I will give them change. And hopefully picking up some of those better players will help us move forward as a team and be safe in the VNL. Because honestly, I'm not so sure about my chances in the VNL. I am happy that Borehamwood is staying in the league. I've played them quite a bit. In the FA Cup, we beat them in an extra time goal, 99 minutes, Lewis Wilson. We played them twice in the FA Cup, and then we played them again once in the FA Trophy final. And we have it out for them, apparently. We keep beating them, so I'm happy to see Borehamwood sticking around because we have a nice little track record against them. Hopefully it'll work out for us. As for all the leagues, let's go ahead and go through north-south. Whoops. Okay, so Capital One Cup, Swansea City beat Arsenal. Pretty amazing there. Congratulations, Swansea City. FA Cup, Man City beat Man United. Not overly surprising, but it could have gone either way. For the South, we go up undefeated. I'm assuming we're going to lose our very first league game next season, but we'll see. We go up undefeated. Oxford City goes up with us, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Margate has scored the most goals this season. They had at least 10 more than we did on overall goals scored. It was remarkable just how powerful the Margate offense was. Their defense was not, but their offense was impeccable. So I'm glad Margate's staying down because I don't want to deal with that. Oxford City, much easier to beat, much better track record. On the north side of things, we have Stockport and Solihull Moors going up. Both, first place, second place, both deserve it, absolutely. So no big surprises there. 5 losses for Stockport, pretty good season. For VNL, Gateshead and Wrexham. Surprisingly, actually, that Wrexham went up and sitting in 5th place, but that's why the playoffs exist. You never know who's going to make it out of the playoffs, and Wrexham does it. Congratulations to them. In League 2, Carlisle, Oxford, Leyton Orient, and either Luton or Northampton. Not sure yet. My bet is on Luton. Luton is just too good. For League 1, we see Wigan Athletic getting back up into the championship. Finally, their fall from grace has been remarkable because I see Wigan and I'm like, oh crap, Premier League team. But the truth of it is they got relegated in 2013-2014, and they were not promoted in 2013-2014, or 2012-2013, 2013-2014, and then they got relegated pretty hard. They just bombed in 2014-2015, finishing in 23rd. I'm glad to see they're actually going back up. And as for the real football league, it looks like Wigan, I think, is currently dominating, with Swindon being right up there. I'm personally a big fan of Swindon Town, also AFC Wimbledon in League 2. Big fan of those two teams, and so I'm really gunning for Swindon to get promoted, but let's be honest here, Swindon is a League 1 team, and that's what they are. And you just don't go for that, especially when you've got Wigan sitting in there. Wigan, Sheffield United, Millwall, like, come on. Barnsley? Well, okay, Barnsley maybe not, but at least Wigan, Sheffield, and Millwall. I mean, those 3 are really solid teams. So I'm actually surprised that Millwall's going down. Will it be Sheffield or Bradford? My bet's on Sheffield. I mean, they've clearly proven themselves to either be a win or a lose. Whatever the match is going to be, it's going to go one way or the other, because Sheffield does not do draws. And the championship, Wolves are looking for promotion again. Bristol City, back-to-back promotions. If you look last year, League 1, they got promoted. Last year in the championship, they managed it again. squeezing out 81 points in 46 matches with a measly goal difference of 11. I feel like they're going to have a very bad time in the Premiership next season. Fulham also going up. Hull and Derby going down pretty well. Like, come on, guys. You were third and fourth. You couldn't make it. But it's understandable when you look at the points, 76, and then 4 through 6 on goal difference. They're all 75 points. Down. That's not a huge thing. Sheffield Wednesday and then the Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, the Wanderers. The Wolves. I don't know who's going to go up. It's anyone's guess. It's anyone's guess. Obviously, you throw out the Sheffield Wednesday because they have the higher goal difference. But it is anyone's guess as to who will go up among those two. And the Premiership. Arsenal wins it all. Just missing out on a double this year. Really tough for Arsenal. But, if we're going to lose, let's lose to the Premier Division champions. Why not? 38 games. That's why it's not over yet. Chelsea has not played Liverpool. Gotcha. Not that it will make a difference. If Liverpool wins, they go up to 5th. If Chelsea wins, nothing happens. If Chelsea loses, nothing happens. Liverpool has everything to play for here. So if they win this last match, they could find themselves in 5th, and that would be a little bit easier to handle than 7th. But we'll see what happens. Southampton, Leicester, and Crystal Palace going down. Have a fan in the comments who's a big fan of Leicester. Sorry, but they are relegated at 19th. Pretty handily relegated. Southampton barely going down, but Leicester definitely going down. Just barely over on Crystal Palace. Rough season. Very rough season. For the Under-18s Cup, not that it matters that much, but Weston won, so there's that. So that's pretty much your little tie-up for all the leagues. At least the leagues that are in England. I do have other leagues that are out and about in the game. I have tons of countries that are currently running. But for the most part, that's all that's really happened. We're third highest in goals scored. 72 and 42 matches played. Really awesome offense. It doesn't really do us justice sitting us at third. The fact of the matter is the top, well, I can't say top 3, second through 4th. So the next 3 are really, really close. Like, we're within 3 goals of each other between 2nd and 4th. And then first place, Margate, easily 10, 12, 15 goals ahead of us in terms of goals scored. Absolutely remarkable offense over at Margate. But they're not able to push through, so I'm looking to pick up some of their offense if at all possible. And somebody wants my Lewis Wilson. Oxford City, no. Dude, we're both going up. I'm keeping my superstar. You're not getting him. As for goals allowed, 28 first. We were far above and beyond everyone else when it came to defense, and that's really why we didn't lose a game, is nobody could score on us. So as that worked out very nicely. I'm not happy about the amount of yellow cards we have or the amount of red cards we have, but sometimes you just got to have cards in order to play, right? Going to our tactics, again, going through it real quick. It's just a 4-2-3-1 control structured, running the same stuff you guys saw last time. Nothing has changed. Same rules, same tactic. With the exception that I did update opposition instructions. Go ahead and mark the offense at all times, no matter what position in the offense they're in the hopes that we can go ahead and lock them down. For the most part, this is done well, but this is mostly just for training, as I've noticed does not default to this in the actual matches. So at least in training, we're paying attention to where the offense is, and that, I think, is helping us a little bit. Same captains. A lot of our players are going to be gone over this next year. No specific set pieces set. Again, very generic, and no player instructions. But over this next year, we're going to lose quite a few players. We have a lot of players out of contract, which is not in here. A lot of players out of contract or going to be at the end of contract, and So you get rid of the ones that are on long-term deals. So Wilson's not. Oh, Wilson's out of contract. Oh, I need to give him a contract. Oh my goodness. A lot of these players are going to remain out of contract just because it's cheaper. But for the ones that I feel like I need to have stick around, I will definitely give them a new contract. Sean McAuley, I'm still debating. I'm still debating. He played in, I think, in every single game. I don't think he missed one game the entire season. 59 appearances with a decent rating, 7.03 overall. But do I give him a new contract? I don't know. I really don't. I'm very torn on Sean McAuley, on Simon Dunn, and on Robbie Rice. I'm very torn. Jay Gasson is gone. Tom Bird, he'll go ahead and stick around. Harper, I think, is going to go ahead and be gone. Aaron Howe, I'm not sold on. He's okay, but he's not great, and that's the same for Gareth Owen. He's okay, but he's not great. What I want is a much better goalkeeper, and I've not seen that in the market yet. So I'm going to keep looking before the uh, the contract's end, before the end of June. I'm going to keep looking for a new goalkeeper. Gareth Owen's out of contract, so he'll be sticking around. But Aaron Howe is contracted right now, and I don't know whether or not he's going to stick around. Let's see. Manny Williams, gone. Louis Soares, gone. Jamie Brown, gone. Nathan Smart, gone. David Ray, gone. Mark Ethelson, I'll try to grab from Reading for another season, but I'm not going to buy him. Gareth Gore is a youth contract. Well, okay, he's not a youth contract, but he's a youth player. He's 17, with the hope that he'll get better. But Mark Ethelson, I'll try and grab again. His contract expires next year, and obviously Reading's not going to care. Higgins, out of contract, and Ian Rees out of contract. Both of them I'll be more than happy to hold on to. But most of the players you see here, I'm going to dump, and I'm going to try to find new replacements. Antwi, obviously we're going to keep him around. I don't know how much longer, though. Like, he did well this season. Absolutely. 7.08, 50 games played. He did well this season. I don't know how long we're going to keep him around, though. He's cheap. He's slow. Very, very slow. And he's a little old, you know? He's a little old. We'll see how it plays out. He has a longer contract, so we'll see. Again, just before the episode ends, I just want to emphasize on the fact that my tactics and my strategies revolve around good team play, not good individual play. Don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled that Lewis Wilson is our best player at 7.18. I think that's remarkable and amazing, and that Mark Ethelson does fantastic at 7.12. You know, that's great. I love that. And that Liam Envermarum has 22 goals scored. That's awesome. But it's good team play. Lewis Wilson's at 17. Sean McAuley's at 13. Juan Jomuko is at 18. Chris Flood, 13. The team as a whole gets goals, not specific players. And that I really want to emphasize that for anyone that's starting in non-league areas, really focus on keeping players to the tactics and really focus on keeping the team as a whole very, very strong, because you're just not going to get a whole team of 5-star players here. You're just not. It's, especially over time, as I've been playing this, Antwi started as 4 stars. He's now down to 2 stars, and that's not because his attributes have dropped a considerable amount. What? Because they've not dropped a considerable amount, and apparently I can't show anything. Whatever. I'll come back to attribute changes later and figure it out. But trust me on this when I say he has not dropped a considerable amount in ability. He really hasn't. In some areas, he's improved, but his star rating has gone down over time. Ruddock's gone down over time. Howe has gone down. He was 3.5 stars. He's now 2.5 stars. And honestly, there's just not a lot that you can do to stop these star ratings from going down, especially when Gareth Owen, a youth player, 20 years old, went from 3 stars to 2 stars. And he got a whole bunch of playtime, and he got better in the process. His actual star rating went from 2 to 2.5, but his role and ability went from 3 to 2. Like, I don't know what's going on there. I am training him for the position, so the star ratings are going to be fluctuating an awful lot, and you're not going to get 4-star, 5-star players on a regular basis. You know, I'm lucky that I picked up Ethelson, who, when I put him in position, sits at 4.5 stars. I'm lucky that I have Charlie Allen, who in position is 4 stars. Lewis Wilson, 3.5. Liam Vermarum, 3.5. Same with John Jamuko, 3.5. I'm lucky that I have that, but most of my team, I think this is my first, yeah, this is my match day squad. This is my first team right here. Maybe Higgins or Rees in there. That's a rotating position. This is my match day squad. This is my first team. It's not 5 stars all the way across. Not even 4 stars all the way across. We have one player that's over 4 stars, one player that is 4 stars, and then everyone else is below that. 9 players below 4 stars for a matchday squad. It's about the strength of the team for these low non-league teams, and we're gonna have to change that as we get closer to the football league. We're gonna have to change that and get better, but that'll change when we get better players. So, anyways, I'm rambling on for a while here. So, if there's anything you want to see, just leave it in the comments below. I will try to cover that in the preseason. I'm going to go ahead and play through the summer. And I will see you guys at the beginning of the VNL, and we'll look at the season predictions. If we go ahead and look at Vanarama South so you guys can see, just compare. This is what happened. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 82 Margate. My goodness. And then, what, 72 for me. Where's the next one? Where's the next highest one? I feel like I went right by it. Because we're in third. Who got it? Who got more than we did? So we're in second? I don't see anyone higher than 70. So you can see where everyone finished, and this is where everyone was predicted to finish. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there, guys. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the preseason for the VNL. We achieved promotion. Next season, we're just aiming to go ahead and stay up. We're aiming next season for the great prestigious position of 20th. Moderate goals. Hopefully it'll work. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. It's the best thing you can do for the channel. So thanks for watching. DFTBA.